Hey, good afternoon, everybody. The last time, this your boy Rob Thomas Jr. and this is the real news behind the news. I shouldn't even put this video. Girl, how you get all this dirt? Chat. But I shouldn't even put this video because this video gonna have a lot of people looking at me like I'm crazy. But who's really crazy? People for believing organized religion that was written to you by some people who really intended to control you. If you don't do what I do, you're going to hell. But if you do everything I say, servant, you'll get to heaven when you die. So in this video here, I just want to briefly explain to people that I do believe in God. A lot of people got the concept misconstrued. That against organized religion, I don't believe in God. But yeah, I'm a creator of all this. But my idea of the creator is totally different from you Christians, you Hindus, you Jews, or you Islamics. My idea of God is totally different. I believe that damn sky hundreds of millions of years ago and helped create all this shit. I believe that human beings are nothing more than a genetic experimentation of beings that the earth million years ago. This is where we get our concept of God, because no matter what religion you believe in, no matter where you go on the planet, I'm talking about the oldest dated writings. Where did humans acknowledge God as being? Coming, use y'all Bible and show you how even your Bible tells you there's something outside of this earth. Let's go to the 6th chapter of Genesis, when he said, and the sons of God looked down upon the daughters of men and saw that they were fair, and they came down and met with them. Something way more intelligent than us came and visited the earth. DNA, genetic modification, to mix their DNA with the original Homo sapien. And that's how you get mankind. You think I'm lying? Come on, say the sons of God came down from daughters of women and made it with them. How do you think we know about DNA, engineering and all that? Came from the heavens to the earth. We as human beings have to be stupid as heck to think that we're the only beings that God created in the universe. When you he created over 1 billion different species just here on the earth. Let's go back to your Bible. What happened to Enoch? Oh, Enoch was taken up into heaven. What happened to Elijah? It said it looked like something out of the sky that looked like chariots of fire came down here and picked Elijah up. But you Christians would have us believe if you think there's extraterrestrial life. Let me show y'all something. Do you realize that your God, the one that you all believe in, you Christian, Muslim, and Jew, do you realize he's an alien? Because guess what? He don't live here on the earth. Even though he created, in y'all's opinion, or in y'all's religion, even though he created the earth, he don't live here. He has to come from where? Way the fuck up in heaven, which makes him an illegal alien. I'm just being real. So you gotta stop and start asking questions. And one of the biggest things that I had to grasp hold to is realizing that my mama, my grandmama, and all my elders lied to me. A religion by a slave master that was really meant to keep them docile and keep them from rebelling. They told you that in order for you to go to heaven, you got to get out here and pick all this guy. You got to do what we say to do from sundown. And if you do everything like a good little slave, you'll go to heaven when you die. But they had heaven right here on earth. The slave masters had heaven right here on earth. So we as human beings got to really understand it's something way bigger than us out there. And this is where your concept of God come from. Go around the whole planet and ask a 3-year-old child, where do God live at? They're not going to say next door. They're not going to say up the street, round the corner, or in Nebraska, or in Washington, in the sky. Why? Because when you look at all your ancient writings, where did our concept of God come from? Something came out that sky and it created us. Even the aliens that created us used genetic modification, DNA, because even your Bible say we were created in their image. Notice this. I'm going to say this and I'm going to let go. Notice even in your Bible, it's us. Go down and create man in our image. Men would try to, religious motherfuckers would try to say it was talking about the Father, Son, and was not even invented. It was not even created. The Son had to be created. So the gods, when them motherfuckers in Greek and all these mythologies tell you that there was more than one God, yes, that is true. Because those beings came from outer space through genetic and DNA modification. You don't have to crazy, but you know what? Smart people sound crazy to ignorant ass people. Because ignorant people would rather hold on to them fables that was told to us by our mamas and our grandmamas instead, as opposed to real intelligent insight and debate, instead of at least looking into it and doing the research. All right now, Mr. Fred, instead of looking into it and doing research, your past, no, why created God? Where did God come from? Why am I not supposed to ask that? Because you can't explain it? But it's simple. Something came from the sky. Even your Bible alludes to it throughout the whole Bible. Something kept coming from outer space. Something came from outer space and took Elijah up into heaven. But they said it looked like chariots of fire. Again, go back to the 6th chapter of Genesis, when it said those beings up in heaven came down to the earth and mated with women. Now, they were beings that and genetically modified the beings that was already here on earth with their DNA, and that's how you got man. Yeah, game is a motherfucker. Knowledge is precious. Seek knowledge more than anything, and you won't be deceived.